going to take a picture of this because this is what I want it to look like. But...
Wow, that's freaky.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
So, isn't this fun?
Yeah.
People love it. That's why I do it. They love it. Okay.
Hey,
So, yeah, these are all your red blood cells. So they're the cells in your body that carry around hemoglobin and oxygen, right? Yeah. And what we want to see is that they're nice and big and round. See, it's getting caught on something and it's just changing its shape and molding and adapting. Yeah. So then when it hits capillaries and stuff, it can go through stuff, right? We run into problems when the cell membranes, which is the envelope that goes around it, gets stuck on things because then it forms teardrops and that type of thing, right? If those, usually what teardrops mean is that it's too, the proteins and the fats aren't quite right and they're sticking to each other. So you don't want your cells sticking to anything. Mm-hmm. We also don't want them necessarily to look, you know, like, we don't want them to be all messed up in shape and stuff. That means there's quite a bit of oxidative stress. So these guys, what happens when you bring in a bunch of oxygen because you're exercising heavily is that oxygen needs to come in as O2.
I had the most brutal workouts 2 in a row the last couple days.
Yeah, that's why. And so you're getting a bunch of oxidative stress on the cells. So we need to make sure as an athlete you're not creating more harm than good when you're doing your exercise program. So this is why you take antioxidants so that the oxygen that you take in doesn't damage the cell membranes of these cells, right? Yeah.
I drink green and white tea like nobody's business.
Yeah. Those ones have a lot of sugar in them, but we didn't get a big enough sample. The thing is I need to be able to find a white blood cell. And that's not a good representation. So this is a much better representation of you. So give me another finger and I'll poke you one more time.
This is just sci-fi.
I know, it's weird, hey?
It's a cool video,
so some people, they have, see how they're all pokey and stuff? It's called poikosis. And it means that, like, the cells literally are closing in on themselves because they have some kind of something they don't like in the bloodstream, right? Like their cell membranes are actually getting damaged. Mm-hmm. But I think that's more just the fact that you didn't drink any water and that we poked your finger in. So this would be better sample.
Why do they look like worms?
Because you haven't drank any water today.
Well, I had a glass of water when I woke up, and my tea, and a big bowl of cereal.
Yeah. Huh? Tea negates a glass of water. This is why we tell you have to drink water all day. Because what happens is then you're dehydrated in the bloodstream, and the cells don't have enough room to
I just thought when you dehydrate it, you just dehydrate it like in your gut, and you know.
No, your bloodstream is, you're 80% water. So
really? So that's really reducing efficiency of the blood cells? Absolutely.
As soon as you drink more water. If I had to sit here for even 20 minutes and I made you drink like 8 glasses of water, all these guys would spread out. Because don't tape this, but what a lot of live blood cell people do and stuff, obviously, right, is that they don't have you drink any water. You come in, all of your cells look like this, and then they're like, you need this supplement, this supplement, this supplement, this supplement. And that's not true, right? You just need to drink some water, and all these guys will spread out, and they will be fine, right? But this right here is your white blood cell, so I'll let you look in the microscope because you can see it better. But this guy likes to look for, neutrophils like to look for bacterial infections. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can get a better picture. And you have a reasonable amount of yeast in the bloodstream.
Yeast is little specks?
They are these little guys. Yeah, they're little circles. So you always have stuff in the bloodstream, but these perfect little circles. Yeah. We wouldn't say that on the thing, but we just want, I might have to do.
So the fact that my red blood cells are all clumped up means they're not delivering the oxygen they should be.
It means that they're just not efficient. It's tough for these guys to move through the smallest capillaries.
So why is it though it's still, like right now I can go run around and they all have all kinds of energy.
But it's just not optimal. It's not that they won't work. It's just, that's why we tell you have to be drinking water, right? Because otherwise they don't spread out.
Okay.
Yep, so there's a... And when you come in here, we won't tape this today, but maybe the next time that maybe we can get the adapter or whatever, but we just have you drink some water because we don't want to show this. This makes you look not bad, but this isn't a good representation.
I'm going to still use it. This is David House dehydrated, and this is David House hydrated.